Good evening, class. This week's discussions and readings are about unions. Unions in the state of Florida need to work on remaining relevant and staying powerful because we are in a right to work state. But many argue against unions because they have both benefits and but also can be counterproductive, as we will discuss now. Some of the benefits that I have observed and also learned from this week's readings of unions is that they establish a democratic governance structure or a workplace democracy for employees to be able to participate in the governance of policy and implementation of guidelines in their organization. So unions can be a protection for employee rights, and they can ensure that employees are consistently treated in all dealings with administration in a fair and equitable way. The unions, by doing this, hold the administration accountable and keeps the management honesty. So there's transparency and accountability, which is always a positive in my mind. Unions have a collective influence on the administration. So many times unions can make changes that are positive. They can, for example, keep salaries competitive for the employees, or at least keep salaries from stagnating, or keep them up with the cost of living. Or bigger still, they can influence positive workplace reform, so they can actually get involved in things that are benefits for the organization as a whole that maybe the administration is not aware and can be driven from the union, up as a positive policy reform. However, unions can also be very counterproductive. I've seen examples of unions where it's a very strong us against them kind of attitude on both sides, and so therefore things stall, nothing gets done, agreements aren't reached, policy implementation can be delayed, positive reform can be delayed. Everything comes to a screeching halt, and both sides just can't come to any type of agreement. But also sometimes when in the process of trying to find solutions, unions may commonly have a one-size-fits-all approach. So that's not strategic in many cases, and sometimes the administration wants to be more strategic, but the union is more of a one-size-fits-all type approach. And an example is across-the-board salary increases that are not strategic because they're just an across-the-board increase regardless of performance or productivity. So therefore, productivity can be sacrificed, costs can go up, and so those are some of the the things that can be counterproductive from a union. Also, precedent and past practice sometimes is more important than looking forward and being progressive and trying to find innovative solutions. So things are opposed, policy implementations are delayed. So I think that it's important for organizations to invest time in building relationships and emphasize partnership with the union. With an we're all in this together type of approach. And I think it's really important. I've seen this work where cooperation and collaboration, where interests converge, are the emphasis. So let's work on what we agree on, and then let's work on what we disagree on, but it professionally and in a productive way so that it's for the greater good. That's what I've seen that works. So thank you very much, and have a nice evening.